What's up, everybody? It's a serious spiritual warfare out here. A lot of us adults are having struggles just living this life. You know, so much going on when it comes to them trying to impose the Jabberwocky, and we just living. A lot of us day to day, you know, we know our purpose or we're learning our purpose, but we still have days that it's just like, gotta motivate, gotta pump, gotta endure, gotta encourage ourselves to keep it going. Now, just imagine though, look back to before you had a relationship with Yah. You struggled, you had the bumps in the road, you had a life mostly, like, I know I had a life of lust and fornication and alcohol and other things. I was just wilding out, and those things were how I medicated to deal with life, and didn't have an expectation to live past a certain age, around 18. But then when I got to have my children, that changed the mix a little bit, and it got me more focused, and the responsibilities that I had me step up a little more. Now, I still wasn't all the way in the game. Still struggle now to be in the game. But the thing is that as a parent, if you struggle right now, just imagine what your children are going through. I am not one that has fear when it comes to this COVID thing and what's going on, and basically how things are going to play out. I've been, trying to stack a little bit far as on the money end as well as on the food, but those things, that's me doing natural things. So spiritually, gotta also pack it in. Now, when it comes to your children, what are you doing? Are you preparing them? Are you giving them what's needed so that they can have the defense against what's going on? Do they operate in fear, or are they allowing fear to navigate their thoughts daily? You may even give them a moment of cover where they're not fearing, and that's good, but are they prepared if you're not in the mix that they can handle some of this stuff on their own? Are they going to be able to fight off the ills of this world? There are so many people are going to be trying to pressure them to take on things that they should not. This Jabberwocky is definitely something that some young folks are tempted to do because they see that that's a way that they can maintain working, they can maintain school, all these different things that they threaten to take away if you don't do this. And of course, to an extent, you can cover them in your home and let them stay with you or do whatever, but you have adult children, then what? Are they going to come back and dwell with you, or what are they going to do? And if it's getting adults to have moments of trepidation, uncertainty, you got to think about what is it doing to young adults. Some of these young adults is whooping them something serious, and so with that, definitely be in prayer with them, but pull them to the side and communicate with them. Just see where they're at. Don't need to have them lost. Don't need them basically wanting to give up on this life. It's too much going on that they don't really have full clarity of, and most of it is things that's spiritual, but they may only see the natural effects of it. You have to get them on task or on page spiritually. That's your responsibility. It's not the easiest thing. I know with me myself, it's so much to just say, okay, Groundhog Day. With all of this COVID thing, it's like round and round and round every day, the same thing. And I know that the workplace is going to get to a point that it's going to, choose to probably do without me. And what am I going to do? I've been putting efforts towards my business, but hey, I just got to trust Yah regardless, because it's not even in my hands. That may not be the tool that he uses for it. But I'm seeing people that are going through some things, and of course they have to a lot of times deal with it silently. I'm seeing couples where one is vaccinated, one is not. I'm seeing issues where it comes to the dynamics of finances, where one is mindful of saving and one is wanting to do things and build and spend. So much is going on that if you don't pay attention to what's going on in the world, and I don't want you to be consumed with what's going on in the world, but if you don't pay attention, you can be rolled over by it. Honestly, this is a faith walk challenge that's going forth. Forget the milk cart challenge. This is going to be a faith challenge. What are you going to do? What up, Andre? What are you going to do? Are you going to succumb to the pressures that's coming your way? What are you going to do? Me, myself, oh, you don't hear no volume, Marquise? Man, you sure? Oh, let me see. Oh, I'm talking good. If it ain't no volume, I apologize. I did talking good for a minute. I'm wondering if it's just him. I'm going to check back after the end, though. But thank you, Marquise. If it was my volume, thank you. But what I was saying is that, we got all of this going on with COVID and everything, and, this forced coercion to go about and comply with what their system is wanting us to do. And, most of us adults are dealing with this and shaking it off, but it's still bothering some of us. But if it's bothering us, what about your children, especially your adult children, those that are trying to establish themselves? A lot of times our adult children have just left up out of the home just recently, and they already are having struggles trying to get their footing. But with all of this stuff going on around them, there's going to be pressure, coercion for them to take this shot. There's going to be some temptation for them to think that things will go back to normal just because they take the shot, and that's not a reality. There is no more normal. This thing that is going forth right now basically is the end of days. And we've been in the end of days even prior to this, but most people don't want to see it. I have days that feel like Groundhog Day myself, where I'm just wore out because it feels like over and over, it's the same thing over and over. Life is already a popularity contest, and if you're not the popular one, you don't get the focus and all that. So that in itself is a drain. But then when it comes to doing things that's the right thing to do, you can call yourself doing what's right, but this world has a whole different perspective on what's right. Things that are called, morality based or whatever, they don't have the same level of thought towards morality. When it comes to morality for me, I say male and female as a union. They don't see that. Male and female nowadays is the oddity. Hey, Cousin Gloria. Nowadays they want to press, these other relationships, and I'm a biblical person, so I go by the scriptures. So those things are not supposed to be. When I deal with people that have those relationships, I don't show no hate towards them. I got love for them, but I still want to tell them what's wrong and what's right. Now, if they don't welcome me in, I shut my mouth. But if they ask me what my take is, I'm going to give them this straight up, that is in order, that is out of the way, that is inappropriate. I'm going to tell them. But the problem is, this world, it says those things that are wrong by scripture are right. And so with that, I'm the one that's out of place. I'm the one that's labeled as a bully. I'm the one that's guilty of coercion. No. This world is forcing so many things on us at this time and forcing on our children. And if we're not watchful and paying attention, our children could succumb to the pressure, or the pressure could have them burst like pipes. We don't want our children to succumb to thoughts of hurting themselves because this life is too overwhelming for them. We got to step up and talk to them. And all the time, they're not welcoming our conversation. They would rather hear from their peers. But sometimes we have to inject our conversation towards them and let them know that they have the freedom to speak back to you and clearly say what's going on with them. They may not eventually, they may not do that, but eventually with time they will. They may not start off having conversations. They may not start off conversing with us. They won't do it initially. A lot of us have to build back trust with our children because we were the authoritarian in the home. We were the bully in their eyes by just running our home. But now that they're adults, they have a freedom that they didn't have before, and they need to know that though I'm still that authority figure, I'm here to have ear for you and also to help you and give you guidance. I'm not here to discipline you as before. I'm here to I guess give you constructive criticism. I'm not trying to take over and take the wheel and make you do certain things, but I'm trying to help you, tell you, okay, that direction is wrong, but if you want to take it, you're going to get the consequences. I can't take those consequences off of you now. As a child, I could, but now as an adult, you're going to have to deal with that. We have to be straight up with them, be honest with them. I don't really believe we should be trying to be their friends. That doesn't work. No, we don't have to scold them and come at them harshly, but we do need to give them a taste of reality and let them know what's really going on so that they can actually make a true, genuine choice of their own on what they're going to do and how they're going to handle what's coming forth. Because right now, this earth is in turmoil. This shot thing is serious. So many people have taken the shot, and they're going to be the main ones that's going to be coming against your children and telling them not having a shot, they're the fault of other people's getting sick, when that's not the truth. They're going to be basically calling them low lifes or bad people because they won't choose to do something that's not good for their bodies. You got to support your children. Right now, we're dealing with feast time. A lot of our children are not participating in that because they have not fully, invested themselves into this Hebrew walk. They don't really know about it. What up, Suka, Gerald? They don't really know about it. Like, we tell them about it, but they still, most of our children are still adapted to the Christianity that we've taught them for years and years. Hopefully, many of us that are in this Hebrew walk have apologized to our children for teaching them those things that, we didn't back up. If the things didn't line up with scripture, we should have never been teaching them. But we taught them because of tradition. We need to correct that and let them know we made an error and fix it. Give them the truth. And basically humble ourselves before them and allow them to build up trust in us again. We've given them, most of us who have adult children, you gave them 18 years of Christianity. And now that they're adults, you're trying to give them your Hebrew walk that you've only had for 4 to 5 years, and some of us, maybe a little bit longer. How do you think that's hitting them? You think that they're going to accept that with trust, seeing that you told them for 18 years what was true, and now you're trying to change directions? They're going to challenge that. They're going to have a problem with that, likely. And if they do, don't get upset. You've taught them what they're standing on. Now they're firm on it. You trained them up in a way that they should go, and they're having a hard time departing from it. So why are you upset? Why are you, not seeing that they're only doing what you trained them to do? Yes, you want them to trust you, but you had them trust you on something that was an error. And now they don't want to release it. Hopefully they begin to reading themselves, but you have to allow them to do that. Be praying for them, showing them your example, walking in the light yourself so that they can see the example, see the change that's being made in you. If you are one of these totalitarian disciplined people, let them see now that you're someone that's able to be talked to, that you're not angry, quick, but you're slow to anger, that you're moving forth in a different mode of operation than before so that they can be receptive of it and now be able to change themselves. Give them the opportunity as adults to choose the way they want to go. True enough, you may know the right way. We do. But you taught them Christianity. You led them to all of that they were doing before. How can you say something is wrong that you did and not acknowledge that you were the one that gave it to them? If that lifestyle was wrong and you gave it to them, you have to be honest that you were culpable for showing them that. You have a responsibility. Do that. Apologize to them and move forward. Well, I just say, these young folks, young adults need our conversation, and they need our support in these days. We ourselves are going through stress and struggle over this. I'm not worried. True enough, I'm not. But a lot of people are. A lot of people are battling with their spouse. A lot of people are battling with their jobs, battling with, their children, all due to all of this change, this lack of normalcy. What are you going to do? You have to be a light to your household, light to your children, light to your family, and expect a little bit of, pushback. Expect it. But don't give up. Endure to the end. Show them that they are worth it. Show them that your love for them is long suffering, that you're able to endure a little bit of rejection for the moment. Just like Yah, we rejected him for a long period of time. Most of you can admit that you rejected Yah. And now you're coming to your senses. Give your children that opportunity as well. Give your spouse that may not have the same belief that opportunity as well. Come on. All right. Blessings and shalom. Just wanted to talk a bit. Blessings and shalom.